Not one fucking thought was made about me. And I fucking made the press conference fucking massive.
What's up, guys? Today I got a list of 6 different fights. Well, the last one's not really a fight, but we'll get to that. I got a list of fights that the UFC, I feel like, is just refusing to make. I mean, the UFC's matchmaking lately has been pretty good. You know, I just did a video. They announced Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Jamal Hill is about to face Khalil Roundtree. There's some good fights, you know. I'll lay off the UFC's neck a little bit. But there's some fights where I'm just like, hello, are you going to make this fight or not? I've been waiting. So we'll start with the first fight. Pantoja versus Merab. What are we doing here? Everybody wants this fight. Everyone's been calling for it. It's a legacy fight for both guys. Both guys, like, it was one of those fights that initially I never thought of until the fans kind of brought it up. And then I was like, wait a minute. This makes perfect sense. Think about it. Bantamweight right now it's not bad, but, like, there's not really a clear contender, right? Like, they've got Sandhagen facing Davison, but they're both coming off of losses. You know, they're thinking of giving O'Malley the title shot. It's like, but O'Malley's like only had one title defense. How is he earning of a, you know what I mean? Instead, people have been begging. They've been pleading. And we'll get to this later, but they've been pleading for O'Malley to face someone other than Merab. So just do Merab versus Pantoja. Have O'Malley face somebody else. And then as for Pantoja, his division, he has no clear contenders either. I mean, they're having him face Kai Kara France. Who the fuck wants to see Kai Kara France in 2025? Who wants to see Kai Kara? Who is there even like? Does Kai Kara France even have fans? Does he even have fans? I don't know, bro. But both guys don't have clear contenders. The way that like lightweight does, the way that like light heavyweight, I mean, you have Ankalaev, so that's one guy, but, you know, still light heavyweight. But, like, middleweight has a clear contender with Hamza, and then Amavov is right there as well. But then it's like a flyweight and bantamweight, that's not the case. So I just think those guys should just fight each other. I think Merab and Pantoja should fight each other. That really should be the main event of UFC. I forget what card it is. It's the one that has Harrison versus Pena. Apparently, the main event of that is going to be Kara France versus Pantoja. I'm not a fan of that. I would simply just do Merab versus Pantoja. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Pantoja deserves it. He's earned it. He's defended his title a couple of times. Merab is obviously he would gladly take that fight. I think so. That's the first fight. The second fight, Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. That's the fight to make. Instead, they've got Valentina Shevchenko about to face Manon Fiorot at Canada. I think it's UFC Canada or something. Obviously, the main event of that is JDM Bilal. Why not just do Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili? Why? Why does Manon Fiorot have to get the title shot? Does anyone really want that? Does anyone really want to see Manon Fiorot in 2020? Who even is? I don't even know who that is. Who is Manon Fiorot? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Just do Zhang Weili, the best women's fighter in the world, one of the best women's fighters we've ever seen in the history of combat sports, versus Valentina Shevchenko, that dry-lipped Russian fucking skank. I'm sorry, she's not a skank, but I just get upset, guys, because it's like, that's an obvious matchup. That's the biggest women's fight the UFC can make in years, maybe ever, really, if they promoted it well, which they won't because they don't promote shit. But if they promoted it well, it could be the biggest women's fight they've ever made. 2 undefeated champions. Well, Shevchenko's not undefeated, but, you know, you could pretend like she is in your head. You could pretend like the Grasso fights never happened. Shit fights anyways. But you get my point. You have 2 great champions here. 2 actual good women's fighters. The first time in the history of the UFC, you have a couple of good women's fighters, and it's these 2. So just clash them together. It's not that hard. I don't know why we have to wait. We have to now see Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot, and then we have to wait for Zhang Weili. Come on, bro. Just make that fight. That's the biggest women's fight in the world. Number 3 is obscenely obvious. I don't think this fight's happening. The longer we wait, Jones Aspinall, I don't think this fight is happening. I really don't think this fight is happening. It's the obvious fight to make, but it's just not being made. I mean, we're sitting here, we're waiting. I'm waiting for the announcement every single day. They're announcing 314 main event, 313 or 315 main event, 316 main event. They're announcing more and more main events, and the more and more I'm like, this fight is never happening. Jones barely took damage at his last fight in November. Was it November? It was November, right? He barely took any damage. Tom Aspinall, he's been ready for months. He's been ready for a while. He took no damage in his last fight. This fight could have been made next month, realistically. But clearly, John Jones is not taking this. I truly believe this fight is not happening. But I wanted to put it in here because, first of all, I know the comments were probably going to say, like, oh, what about Jones Aspinall? I had to include this because it's just like, why are they not making it yet? You know, even though it probably won't happen until International Fight Week, I'm just more and more concerned that it's just never going to happen at all. So we'll just put that one in there. Number 4, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan rescheduled. This one's a bit, maybe a lot of people are kind of like forgetting about this one. I don't know. It feels like Arman Tsarukyan is like just completely forgotten about. Like, this guy, I know he injured himself. I know he's a fucking idiot. I know he pulled his back out. Even though, like, look, injuries happen, so I'm not going to harp on him the way, like, everyone is, like, shitting on him. I'm not going to rag on him too much, but he's an idiot. But I'm not going to rag on him too much. Why are they not rebooking the fight? I know that Islam is going through Ramadan right now. I think, is that what it is, Ramadan? I know he's going through that right now, but Arman by now is definitely healed up, right? He's definitely still not, there's no way he's still injured, right? Like, so, rebook the fight. Rebook the fight. Soon, the month after Ramadan is over, just rebook the fight or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know how it works. I mean, Bilal's fought during Ramadan, so it's kind of a bullshit excuse by fucking Islam Makhachev, but whatever. You know, Magomed Ankalaev is currently fighting through Ramadan, or currently training through Ramadan. Obviously, he's going to fight, I think, the day after Ramadan, or the week after it ends, I think. Which, yeah, Ramadan is over next week. Like, why aren't they rebooking Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan? And I don't want to shit on Makhachev, but it's so convenient. Makhachev all of a sudden wants to come back. Oh, I want to fight Justin Gaethje, and he's talking about fighting Justin Gaethje, bro. What are we doing here? Just fight fucking Arman Tsarukyan again. Just rebook it, UFC. I'm sure Islam Makhachev can fight 3 times this year. Are you really gonna tell me he can't fight Arman in a rematch or in a rescheduled match? And then fight maybe in October or something? Why? Like, what's up with these? Just reschedule that fight. I just reschedule it, please. I don't know why they're just like, they're making Arman Tsarukyan have to fight. Who is he going to fight? Justin Gaethje? What is that going to do for... He's not going to be more of a number 1 contender if he beats Justin Gaethje. He already beat Charles Oliveira. And he knocked out Beneil Dariush. What more does he have to do to earn his spot? Like, I know he got injured. I know he's an idiot, but... just give him a fucking another chance. The next one is kind of obvious. I think most of you guys would agree with me. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus either Peter Yan or Corey Sandhagen. What are we doing here? Why are there rumors? It's not even rumors. It's Dana White basically confirming that they're going to do Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab.
They want to fight each other. I think people want to see it.
And then they announced, I think, Sandhagen versus Figueiredo, which most likely leaves Peter Yan with having to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, come on, bro. I just hit the mic. Like, I don't understand. How does Umar go from beating Sandhagen? He goes from being unranked to beating Sandhagen to losing to the champion to now he's going to get rewarded with a 2-fight winning streak, Peter Yan? Fuck no. It should be Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan or Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. Hell, I would have even taken Sean O'Malley versus Henry Cejudo. What the fuck is that? Like, why are they doing a rematch? Why are they doing Merab versus Sean O'Malley? No one wants this. I'm seeing no hype for it. I'm seeing nobody call for it. I'm seeing nobody say, this is the fight we want. The fans are not saying that, even though he tries to gaslight people. I think the fans want it. Yeah, it's what the fans want. No, what fans is Dana White talking to? I don't know anybody on MMA YouTube that wants Sean O'Malley and Merab as a rematch. And I like Sean O'Malley. I'm a fan. I think he's cringe, but I think he's a phenomenal fighter. And I like Merab. I've become a fan of Merab this year. But I don't want to see them fight. Not until O'Malley wins one more. And then maybe Merab could face Pantoja, like I said earlier in the fucking video, man. It's so stupid. The matchmaking is so stupid. I did a whole separate video on it, but I'm going to rant about it again. It's just... Anyways, just do Sean O'Malley versus... They're not going to, but that's the point. It's like, why are they not making these fights? I just don't get it. Everyone's been begging for him to rematch Peter Yan in a 5-round co-main event. You could have literally made that the co-main event of like... You could put that on the Canada card. You could put that on the fucking... I mean, the Miami card might be too soon, but... Come on, bro. Or he could face Sandhagen, bro. Sandhagen's been calling for that. He's been geeking out on Twitter or Instagram, I think. He's begging for that fight. Give him the fight too, man. It is what it is. Or Cejudo. You could have gave Cejudo the fight. I would have even taken that, but it is what it is. And then finally, fights that they're not making. They're not putting Jose Aldo against anybody with a name. His last 3 fights are Amian Zahabi. Well, his next fight's Amian Zahabi. Then before that, it was Mario Batista. And then before that, it was Jonathan Martinez. And then before that, it was Merab. But, like, Merab kind of had a bit of a name, so I was fine with that. What the fuck are the UFC, like, doing with Jose Aldo? I did a whole video on this, so I'm not going to spend too long on this. But what are they doing with Jose Aldo? I just don't understand. The guy literally is fighting nobody after nobody after nobody. It's like they want him to lose for some reason. But if they want him to lose, I would understand more if they booked him against Peyton Talbot, not Amian Zahabi. I honestly have a theory Jose Aldo either fuck Dana White's wife or fuck like Hunter Campbell's wife or something. Imagine Jose Aldo taking your bitch. Ugh. I like Jose Aldo, but... That little skinny, shrinkly old man taking your girl, that little midget. Anyway, I love Jose Aldo, though. But that's pretty much what I wanted to end. Like, why are they not booking Jose Aldo against anybody good? Anyways, make sure you guys like and sub. That's about it. Why are the UFC not making these fights? Let me know in the comments below. What fights do you desperately want the UFC to make? And see you guys next time. Peace.